Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by for yet another video. I do appreciate that, and as always, I appreciate you. So, we have another update here on the plague in Madagascar, and things are getting much worse. And unfortunately, I mean, it's starting to become, and as you can read this headline here, it says deadly airborne plague in Madagascar is now at crisis point and is the worst outbreak in 50 years as cases rocket by almost 40% in just 5 days and could hit a further 20,000 in weeks. Just keep this, I mean, imagine this, keep this in mind. Um, it says the World Health Organization now states that there are 1,801 suspected cases. This is significantly higher than the 1,309 agency reported last Thursday. So just in a week, a 40% increase in cases. Now, Professor Robin May, an infectious disease expert at Birmingham University, told the Mail Online that the outbreak is concerning, definitely. It says analysis of figures by Mail Online show the epidemic could strike a further 20,000 people in just a matter of weeks if the current trends continue. Now, it says the unprecedented outbreak has prompted warnings in 9 nearby countries. Now, the thing is that it's the pneumonic plague is spread through the air. So people by sneezing, coughing, what have you, that's what makes this so deadly. Now, even though it can definitely be treated with antibiotics, the problem is you have to catch it. You could be dead within 24 hours. Okay, so people could spread this from one another, not even knowing they have it. That's the problem. That's why this thing is so deadly. And then, as we get into it, right, as we just talking about, it said the deadly airborne plague spreading rapidly across Madagascar is now at a crisis point as cases have rocketed by 37% in just 5 days, official figures reveal. Now, it says the outbreak is the worst in 50 years, is being fueled by a strand more lethal than the one which they usually strikes the country off the coast of Africa. Now, it says the World Health Organization now states that there are 1,801 suspected cases, significantly higher than the 1,309 it reported last Thursday. Now, it says academics have revealed such a jump in cases over the period of 5 days is now concerning and is predicted it could get even worse. The most recent statistics show that there have been 127 deaths as well. And now we talked about how he thinks that Professor Robin May believes it's concerning. Definitely, they believe that this epidemic could strike more than 20,000 more people in just a matter of weeks. Now, that's if the current trend of 37% continues. He goes on to say that 2/3 of this year's cases have been caused by the airborne pneumonic plague, and means it is spread through coughing, sneezing, and spitting, as we were just talking about. It is different to the traditional bubonic plague that strikes the country each year. So even though they are used to the plague, in some ways, the bubonic plague, now the pneumonic plague that's the worrisome one, because this thing, they're worried too that people are, getting on boats and planes that have it and don't even recognize it. That's why they gave out warnings to 9 surrounding countries. But who knows where all these people are going to. It might not just be those 9 surrounding countries. Now look at this here. This is the projected number of new cases. Now this is if it stays at a 37% increase every week. Just look how quickly these numbers could rise. We're sitting at 1,801 as of the 31st. Now today's the 2nd, so I don't know the updated numbers. But look at this. By the 5th, 3 days from now, if this trend continues, I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, that's insane. Now here is the affected area. So you can see this right here is the affected area. Now, yeah, it's on an island, but at the same time, these high risk areas is from people, taking flights or boats, getting to these other areas. Now, I'm not sure. Now it says more than 1,300 cases have now been reported in Madagascar. Oh no, okay, so these are earlier updates that we're getting into right now. So we could see some of these pictures here though. Now see, right here's another problem. There's a tradition, I believe, where they literally dance with their dead um, before burial or whatnot. Okay, so officials have warned residents not to exhume. So they actually exhumed the bodies of the dead and loved ones and dance with them because the bizarre ritual can cause outbreaks of plague. So that's another thing that's not helping. They literally unbury their dead and dance with them in the streets. Um, you know, we don't understand, especially if you're in the States, we definitely don't understand why they would do such things. But again, that's also another issue that's also, not helping keep the plague under control. Now, you can see there's only nine other countries, I believe, that's under a warning, but I don't know how flights work out of Madagascar, so maybe someone can update me there. But I would assume that people are able to travel other places than just these nine surrounding countries, right? So if you were infected, this thing could spread even further. I mean, I don't know. I'm no expert, but again, this is a dangerous situation for sure, and it's my thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that's already been affected by the plague over there in Madagascar and other areas, and hopefully, man, this thing doesn't continue to spread, across other countries and other areas, because that's very possible. This thing is airborne. It's spread through sneezing, coughing, spitting. People get this, might not even know they have it. You could be dead within 24 hours if not caught. So you could spread it to how many other people? Think about this, on planes, on boats. We may be looking at something that's, I don't even want to go there. But as you could see, if the trend continues, by December, over 23,000 people could have already been affected. Hundreds of people already lost their lives. 1,800 reported cases. 127 deaths. So again, any further updates come out of this, and I'm sure there will be, I'll definitely get those out to everyone. Thanks for supporting the channel and watching these videos. I appreciate every single one of you. Just a tragic situation going on over there, and hopefully it doesn't continue to spread throughout the world. I know that might seem far-fetched, but you never know. People get on planes, people get on boats, they don't realize they have it, and it's just the beginning. Hopefully they can get it under control though. But again, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. So other than that, be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below. I hope you have a great day. Peace.